8 foods you should never eat after 70, and what to replace them with. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you've joined us. This is the place where we talk about living our best lives as we age, staying healthy, finding joy, and embracing all the wisdom that comes with our years. Today, we're diving into a topic that I know so many of you have been curious about. What food should we really be avoiding after 70? And more importantly, what can we eat instead to feel vibrant, strong, and full of energy? You know, when I hit my 50s, I started noticing how my body wasn't quite the same as it used to be. Maybe you felt it too, a little less energy some days, or maybe your digestion isn't as forgiving as it was in your 30s. And now, as we're in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's even more important to pay attention to what we're putting on our plates. I remember my Uncle Joe, he's 78 now, and he always says, you don't have to give up the good stuff. You just have to get smarter about it. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So grab a cup of tea or maybe some water with a slice of lemon, and let's have a heart-to-heart about 8 foods you might want to steer clear of after 70. Don't worry, I'm not here to lecture or take away your favorites. For every food we talk about, I'll share a delicious, healthy alternative that fits right into your life. Whether you're cooking for yourself, your spouse, or hosting a Sunday dinner with the grandkids. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with practical tips and a little inspiration to keep thriving. Sound good? Let's get started. All right, let's jump right in with the first food to avoid after 70. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. 1. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats. Oh, bacon. I know. It's the star of so many breakfasts. I grew up with my dad making these massive Sunday brunches with crispy bacon and sausage links, and it felt like love on a plate. But here's the thing. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and even some deli meats are packed with sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats that can really take a toll as we age. Why avoid them? Well, after 70, our bodies are more sensitive to high sodium, which can raise blood pressure and put extra strain on our hearts. Plus, those nitrates and preservatives, studies like ones from the American Heart Association, show they're linked to higher risks of heart disease and even some cancers over time. I saw this with my neighbor, Linda. She's 72, and she used to love her daily ham sandwich. But after her doctor warned her about her blood pressure, she started making some changes, and she feels so much better now. What to replace them with? Try lean, fresh meats like grilled chicken breast or turkey. If you're craving that savory breakfast vibe, turkey bacon or chicken sausage can be a game changer. They've got way less sodium and fat, but still give you that satisfying flavor. For sandwiches, go for fresh roasted turkey or even a veggie-packed hummus spread. My friend Susan swears by her avocado and turkey roll-ups. She says they're even tastier than her old bologna sandwiches. Pro tip. Look for no added nitrates on labels if you're buying packaged meats, and try cooking with herbs like rosemary or thyme to boost flavor without salt. Your heart will thank you. 2. Sugary drinks like soda, sweet tea, and energy drinks. Next up, let's talk about sugary drinks. Whether it's a cold soda on a hot day or sweet tea at a barbecue, these drinks can feel like old friends. But after 70, they're not doing us any favors. The sugar in these drinks spikes our blood sugar fast, which can be tough on our bodies, especially if you're managing diabetes or insulin resistance, which so many of us deal with as we age. I remember my Aunt Clara. She's 75, and she used to drink a couple of sodas every day. She'd say, "It's my little treat." But she started noticing she felt sluggish, and her doctor pointed out that all that sugar was messing with her energy and even her joints. Sugar can also contribute to inflammation, which none of us need more of. What to replace them with? Water is king, but I get it. It can feel boring. Try infusing your water with cucumber, mint, or berries for a refreshing twist. Unsweetened herbal teas are another great option. Chamomile or peppermint can feel so calming in the evening. If you love a little fizz, sparkling water with a splash of lemon or lime is a fantastic swap. My cousin Mark got hooked on sparkling water with a drop of cranberry juice. It's like a party in a glass, but without the sugar crash. Asterisk. Free. White bread and refined grains. Okay, Who doesn't love a soft slice of white bread with butter? It's comfort food, right? But here's the deal. White bread, along with things like white pasta and white rice, is made from refined grains that lose most of their nutrients during processing. They turn into sugar in your body pretty quickly, which can lead to energy spikes and crashes. Not great when you're trying to stay active and sharp. Plus, as we get older, our digestive systems can get a bit pickier. Refined grains don't have the fiber we need to keep things moving smoothly, if you know what I mean. I learned this the hard way when I was eating a lot of white toast for breakfast and wondering why I felt so bloated by noon. What to replace them with? Whole grains are your new best friend. Think whole grain bread, brown rice, quinoa, or even oats. They're packed with fiber, which helps with digestion and keeps you full longer. I love starting my day with a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and a sprinkle of nuts. It's like a warm hug in a bowl. For sandwiches, look for bread labeled 100% whole wheat or sprouted grain. My friend Tom, who's 71, switched to whole grain wraps for his lunches, and he says he's got more energy for his afternoon walks now. Asterisk. For fried foods like French fries and fried chicken. Oh, fried foods. There's nothing like the crunch of fried chicken or a basket of fries as summer cookout. But after 70, these foods can be tough on our bodies. They're loaded with unhealthy fats that can clog arteries and increase cholesterol levels. Something we really want to avoid as our hearts work a little harder with age. I'll never forget my buddy Frank. He's 73, and he used to hit up the local diner for fried fish every Friday. But after a scare with his cholesterol, his doctor told him to cut back. Frank was bummed at first, but he found ways to keep the flavors he loved without the fryer. What to replace them with? Baked or grilled versions of your favorites. Instead of fried chicken, try oven-baked chicken with a crispy coating of herbs and breadcrumbs. For fries, sweet potato wedges roasted with a little olive oil are amazing. They're naturally sweet and so satisfying. Air fryers are a lifesaver here, too. They give you that crispy texture with way less oil. My sister-in-law got one last year, and now she makes fried zucchini sticks that are a hit at every family gathering. Asterisk. 5 high-sodium canned soups. Canned soups are such an easy go-to, especially on chilly days. But many of them are sodium bombs. Some have more salt in one than you should eat in a whole day. After 70, too much sodium can lead to swelling, high blood pressure, and extra strain on your kidneys. My mom, who's 76, used to rely on canned soups for quick lunches, but she started feeling puffy and tired until she made a switch. What to replace them with? Homemade soups are easier than you think, and you can control the salt. Try a simple vegetable soup with low-sodium broth, fresh veggies, and herbs like basil or parsley. If you're short on time, look for low-sodium canned options. Check the label for less than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving. I love making a big pot of lentil soup on Sundays. It lasts all week, and it's so hearty and flavorful. Plus, lentils are great for your heart and digestion. Asterisk. 6. Ice cream and sugary desserts. Desserts are one of life's joys, aren't they? A bowl of ice cream after dinner feels like a little reward. But after 70, those sugary treats can add up fast, contributing to weight gain, inflammation, and even memory issues over time. I saw this with my old colleague, Diane. She's 74, and she used to end every day with a big sundae. When she cut back, she was amazed at how much clearer her mind felt. What to replace them with? You don't have to skip dessert. Just get creative. Fresh fruit with a dollop of Greek yogurt is sweet and creamy, plus it's packed with protein and probiotics. If you're an ice cream lover, try frozen yogurt or make your own nice cream by blending frozen bananas with a splash of almond milk. It's like magic. My grandkids even love it when I add a sprinkle of dark chocolate chips. Speaking of chocolate, a small piece of dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, can satisfy your sweet tooth and give you some heart-healthy antioxidants. Asterisk. 7. Margarine and trans fats. Back in the day, margarine was sold as a healthy alternative to butter. But here's the truth. Most margarines are full of trans fats or highly processed oils that can raise bad cholesterol and lower good cholesterol. After 70, keeping our arteries clear is so important, and trans fats are like roadblocks for our hearts. What to replace them with? Real butter in moderation is actually a better choice. It's natural and has healthy fats when you don't overdo it. Even better, try olive oil for cooking or spreading on bread with a pinch of sea salt. Avocado is another winner. Mash it up for toast or use it as a creamy spread. My friend Carol, who's 70, started using avocado instead of mayo in her sandwiches, and she says it's a total game changer for her taste buds and her cholesterol. Asterisk. 8. Alcohol in excess. Last but not least, let's talk about alcohol. A glass of wine with dinner or a beer at a barbecue can be part of a happy life. But after 70, our bodies don't process alcohol as well. Too much can affect our balance, sleep, and even our medications. My dad's friend George, who's 79, used to have a couple of whiskeys every night. When he cut back, he said his mornings felt so much brighter. What to replace it with? If you enjoy a drink, stick to 1 glass of red wine. It's got some heart benefits in moderation. For something festive without alcohol, try a mocktail, like sparkling water with pomegranate juice and a twist of lime. I've been loving kombucha lately. It's fizzy, flavorful, and good for your gut. If you're socializing, no one will even notice you're sipping something non-alcoholic. Asterisk. Well, there you have it, my friends. 8 foods to think twice about after 70 and some delicious, healthy swaps to keep you feeling your best. I hope this felt like a cozy chat with a friend, because that's what this channel is all about, sharing wisdom and inspiration to live well, no matter our age. You know, growing older doesn't mean giving up the things we love. It's about making small, smart choices that add up to big changes. I think of my Aunt Clara, my neighbor Linda, and all the folks I mentioned today. They're proof that little tweaks, like choosing whole grains or sipping sparkling water, can make us feel stronger, happier, and ready to take on the day. So, I'd love to hear from you. What's one food swap you're excited to try? Drop it in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next chat. We got so much more to share about living healthy, joyful lives. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep shining. You got so much wisdom to share with the world, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. See you soon.